Iraqi Crisis by the Princess Arulin. Private circulation, PG file number AR810888587. All around the Lady Jessica, piled in corners of the Iraqi Great Hall, mounted in the open spaces, stood the packaged freight of their lives. Boxes, trunks, cartons, cases, some partly unpacked. She could hear the cargo handlers from the guild shuttle depositing another load in the entry. Jessica stood in the center of the hall. She moved in a slow turn, looking up and around at shadowed carvings, crannies, and deeply recessed windows. This giant anachronism of a room reminded her of the Sisters' Hall at her Bene Gesserit school, but at the school the effect had been of warmth. Here all was bleak stone. Some architect had reached far back into the history for these buttressed walls and dark hangings, she thought. The arched ceiling stood 2 stories above her, with great cross beams. She felt sure she had been shipped here to Arrakis across space at monstrous cost. No planet of the system grew trees to make such beams, unless the beams were imitation wood. She thought not. This had been the government's mansion in the days of the old empire. Costs had been of less importance then. It had been before the Harkonnens and their new megalopolis of Carthage, a cheap and brassy place some 200 kilometers northeast across the broken land. Leto had been wise to choose this place for his seat of government. The name Arrakeen had a good sound, filled with tradition. And this was a smaller city, easier to sterilize and defend. Again there came the clatter of boxes being unloaded in the entry. Jessica sighed. Against a curtain to her right stood the painting of the Duke's father. Wrapping twine hung from it like a frayed decoration. A piece of the twine was still clutched in Jessica's left hand. Beside the painting lay a black bull's head, mounted on a polished board. The head was a dark island in a sea of wadded paper. Its black lay flat on the floor, and the bull's shiny muzzle pointed at the ceiling as though the beast were ready to bellow a challenge into this echoing room. Jessica wondered what compulsion had brought her to uncover those 2 things first, the head and the painting. She knew there was something symbolic in the action. Not since the day when the Duke's buyers had taken her from the school had she felt this frightened and unsure of herself. The head and the picture, they heightened her feelings of confusion. She shuddered, glanced at the slit windows high overhead. It was still early afternoon here, and in these latitudes the sky looked black and cold, so much darker than the warm blue of Caladan. A pang of homesickness throbbed through her. So far away, Caladan. Here we are. The voice was Duke-Leto's. She whirled, saw him striding from the arched passage to the dining hall. His black working uniform with red armorial walk crest at the breast looked dusty and rumpled. "I thought you might have lost yourself in this hideous place," he said. "It is a cold house," she said. She looked at his tallness, at the dark skin that made her think of olive groves and golden sun on blue waters. There was wood smoke in the gray of his eyes, but the face was predatory. face was oval under a cap of hair the color of polished bronze. Her eyes were set wide, as green and clear as the morning skies of Caladan. The nose was small, the mouth wide and generous. Her figure was good but scant, tall, and with its curves gone to slimness. He remembered that the lay sisters at the school had called her skinny, so his buyers had told him, but that description oversimplified. She had brought a regal beauty back into the Atreides line. He was glad that Paul favored her. "Where's Paul?" he asked. "Someplace around the house, taking his lessons with you." "Probably in the south wing," he said. "I thought I heard Yue's voice, but I couldn't take time to look." He glanced down at her, hesitating. "I came here only to hang the key of Caladan Castle in the dining hall." She caught her breath, stopped the impulse to reach out to him. Hanging the key, there was a finality in that action, but this was not the time or place for comforting. "I saw our banner over the house as we came in," she said. He glanced at the painting of his father. "Where were you going to hang that?" "Somewhere in here." No, the word rang flat and final, telling her she could use trickery to persuade, but open argument was useless. Still, she had to try, even if the gesture served only to remind herself that she would not trick him. "My lord," she said, "if you'd only—" The answer remains no. "I indulge you shamefully in most things, not this. I've just come from the dining hall where there are—" "My lord, please." "The choice is between your digestion and my ancestral dignity, my dear," he said. "They will hang in the dining hall." She sighed. "Yes, my lord. You may resume your custom of dining in your room whenever possible. I shall expect you at your proper position only on formal occasions." "Thank you, my lord. And don't go all cold and formal on me. Be thankful that I never married you, my dear. That it be your duty to join me at the table for every meal." She held her face immobile, nodded. "Awad already has our own poisoned snooper over the dining table," he said. "There's a portable in your room." "You anticipated this disagreement," she said. "My dear, I think also of your comfort. I've engaged servants. They're locals, but Awad has cleared them. They're Fremen, all. They'll do until our own people can be released from their other duties. Can anyone from this place be truly safe? Anyone who hates Harkonnens. You may even want to keep the head housekeeper, the shut-out Mapes." "Shut out," Jessica said. "A Fremen title." "I'm told it means well-dipper, a meaning with rather important overtones here. She may not strike you as a servant type, although Awad speaks highly of her on the basis of Duncan's report. They're convinced she wants to serve, specifically that she wants to serve you." "Me?" "The Fremen have learned that you're Bene Gesserit," he said. "There are legends here about the Bene Gesserit." The missionaria protectiva, Jessica thought. No place escapes them. "Does this mean Duncan was successful?" she asked. "Will the Fremen be our allies?" "There's nothing definite," he said. "They wish to observe us for a while. Duncan believes they did, however, promise to stop raiding our outlying villages during a truce period. That's a more important gain than it might seem. Awad tells me the Fremen..." shapeless sack dress of bondsman brown. The woman looked as wrinkled and desiccated as any member of the mob that had greeted them along the way from the landing field that morning. Every native she had seen on this planet, Jessica thought, looked prune-dry and undernourished. Yet Leto had said they were strong and vital. And there were the eyes, of course, that wash of deepest, darkest blue, without any white, secretive, mysterious. Jessica forced herself not to stare. The woman gave a stiff-necked nod, said, "I am called the Shut-Out Mapes, noble-born. What are your orders?" You may refer to me as my lady," Jessica said. "I'm not noble-born. I'm the bound concubine of the Duke Leto." Again that strange nod, and the woman peered upward at Jessica with a shy questioning. "There's a wife, then?" "There is not, nor has there ever been. I am the Duke's only companion, the mother of his heir designate." Even as she spoke, Jessica laughed inwardly at the pride behind her words. What was it St. Augustine said, she asked herself. The mind commands the body, and it obeys. The mind orders itself and meets resistance. Yes, I am meeting more resistance lately. I could use a quiet retreat by myself. A weird cry sounded from the road outside the house. It was repeated, "Su-su-suk, su-su-suk," then, "Ikit-a, and again, "Su-su-suk." "What is that?" Jessica asked. "I heard it several times as we drove through the streets this morning." "Only a water cellar, my lady. But you've no need to interest yourself in such as they. The cistern here holds 50,000 liters, and it's always kept full." She glanced down at her dress. "Why, you know, my lady, I don't even have to wear my still suit here," she cackled. "And me not even dead." Jessica hesitated, wanting to question this Fremen woman, needing data to guide her, but bringing order of the confusion in the castle was more imperative. Still, she found the thought unsettling that water was a major mark of wealth here. "My husband told me of your title, Shut-Out," Jessica said. "I recognize the word. It's a very ancient word." "You know the ancient tongues, then?" Mapes asked, and she waited with an odd intensity. "Tongues are the Bene Gesserit's first learning," Jessica said. "I know the Botani Jib and the Jacobsa, all the hunting languages." Mapes nodded, "just as the legend says." And Jessica wondered, why do I play out this sham? But the Bene Gesserit ways were devious and compelling. "I know the dark things and the ways of the Great Mother," Jessica said. She read the more obvious signs in Mapes' actions and appearance, the petite betrayals. "My Cc's, Brescia," she said in the Jacobsa tongue. "Antral, Trepera, Trada, Sic, Buscacri, Missis's Paracri." Mapes took a backward step, appeared poised to flee. "I know many things," Jessica said. "I know that you have borne children, that you have lost loved ones, that you have hidden in fear, and that you have done violence, and will yet do more violence. I know many things." In a low voice, Mapes said, "I meant no offense, my lady." "You speak of the legend and seek answers," Jessica said. "Beware the answers you may find. I know you came prepared for violence with a weapon in your bodice." "My lady, there's a remote possibility you could draw my life's blood," Jessica said, "but in so doing you'd bring down more ruin than your wildest fears could imagine. There are worse things than fabled grist-knife of Arrakis, the blade that had never been taken off the planet, and was known only by rumor and by wild gossip. "It's a grist-knife," she said. "Say it not lightly," Mapes said. "Do you know its meaning?" And Jessica thought there was an edge to that question. Here's the reason this Fremen has taken service with me, to ask that one question. My answer could precipitate violence or she said. It's just blood, Jessica said. Old blood at that. Can smell banging these now. The beastly things are heavy. Did you think the blood bothered me? Mapes asked. I'm of the desert, and I've seen blood aplenty. I see that you have, Jessica said. And some of it my own, Mapes said. More'n you drew with your puny scratch. You'd rather I cut deeper? Ah, no. The body's water is scant enough, without a gushing of wasteful lot of it in the air. You did the thing right. And Jessica, noting the words and manner, caught the deeper implications in the phrase, the body's water. Again she felt a sense of oppression at the importance of water on Arrakis. On which side of the dining hall shall I hang? Which of these pretties, my lady? Mapes asked. Ever the practical one, this Mapes, Jessica thought. She said, use your own judgment, Mapes. It makes no real difference. As you say, my lady. Mapes stooped